Good morning, Redeemer. I'd like to just spend a few moments thinking about the character in the Old Testament of Abraham. Now, Abraham's life spans 10 chapters in Genesis, right at the beginning of the story of the nation of Israel. And we start off in chapter 12, verses 1 to 2. Give us a little bit of background about Abraham. He came from the city of Ur. Now, in that context, he would have the city would have been a moon-worshipping city. It would have been very materialistic, fairly advanced for that society, and a very self-sufficient city. And he would have been in a city. So, and also Abraham as the son of a second son, then he would have had no inheritance. He would have had a good start in life. It was no standing in society. It was a massive limitation upon his prospects. So no inheritance, and he even had no one to pass it on to. So his life may have seemed like a bit of a dead end. He was childless. I mean, to be honest, it wasn't a good start to being a father of a nation. And if I were God looking for someone to start off a whole nation, to make a significant impact on the earth, I'd probably start off with some sort of ancient XFactor search for a leader of a nation. And I would go on, do some interviews, do some places where people can tell me why they think they should be the leader, and little talent competition. And I'm not sure that Abraham would have got through the first round. So what was God looking for? If you look at the life of Abraham, you wonder what was really going on here. But what we find in the rest of the Bible is that Abraham is always mentioned as a man of faith. So God wasn't looking for someone with a good track record or good prospects or someone he could rely upon. No, God was looking for someone who would rely upon him. He was looking for a man of faith. And that meant he chose a man who was not without his faults. And as we go through these chapters in Genesis, just briefly, we will find that he's not a man without his faults. But the thing was, God wasn't looking for faultless men. He was looking for a man of faith. We need to bear that in mind. He's not the obvious choice to start off a nation that's going to impact the world. And we need to be aware of that as we assess our own performance, our own lives. Now, God isn't looking for someone with expertise, with a proven track record. He's looking for people who can live by faith. And that's what Abraham was able to do. We're going to be looking at a few other aspects of Abraham's life because it's quite instructional, it's quite interesting. And we find that he's a very ordinary guy, but it was taken on an extraordinary journey by God. Okay.